see if anybody comes in. I'm not going to start anything yet. I'm going to fix my hair a little. I didn't really do much to it today. I'm very tired. Almost a little. I'm gonna wait until some people come in. Do this here. Thanks for the like. Oh yay, 2 people, hi. I'm just like messing with my hair a little bit before I start. I had my Christmas bow in, but it's not gonna match what I'm gonna do. Oh, that's cute enough, I guess. Don't mind the loud children. And don't mind me being like super tired. I've been sick. I'm still not like perfect, but getting there. So I got some nighttime energy drinks. Because I can't drink a Monster at 9 p.m. That's not going to happen. So we popped out. Anyway, so today I am going to attempt to do kind of like a snow queen look. I have to find some blue eyeshadow. I worked today, so, you know, working and then getting kids from practice and having to eat some food and all that right after you get out of work is a lot. But, and then doing this. So, I am just using my primer first. Okay. I've used this one before, but it is one of my favorites, like absolute favorite. The Clarins Instant Smooth Perfecting Touch. Favorite, favorite, favorite. It's pricey, but it works and it's good. I'm going to turn this curling iron off. I'll just curl these pieces when I'm done. Sorry again for the screaming children. I gotta remember to like look at the air. So anyway. I also am excited because I bought these brushes at Big Lots today for $5. And the girl at the register said they work pretty good. So I was like, all right, let's roll with it. So I want to try and do like blues. Even when I didn't feel good, I didn't do any videos, but I did do my makeup so I can have stuff to post. So just a minute, because we're going to move it all out of control. Sorry, I'm trying to like wrangle children while I do this. So, my house isn't very big, so anyway, so I'm looking for some blues to do. Definitely I'm going to use this one. I'm going to have to use like a couple different palettes. I used to have more blues and I don't. I honestly haven't used them in a while. So like random stuff. Urban Decay, Alice Through the Looking Glass. That's a pretty blue. So I'm going to whip out like all the blues that I have. And then we're going to take it from there. I always look over here and I don't know. Oh, you know what I did think of too? I want to do silver. I always thought blues and silvers were like super pretty for Christmas. These are kind of ocean type blues. I don't know how they're going to work, but I'll see. And I think that's freaking all I have. If I had money, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go buy whatever the hell I want. But you know what also happens when I do have money? Oh, I was thinking about this white information I want. Whenever I do have money and I'm looking for something, I'm always looking for something super particular, and then they don't make it. So that is kind of a pain in the ass. What do we got down here? Rifling through all my rando stuff. Ooh, these might work. They're kind of like beachy blues, but we'll work it out. I don't, not doing this for 2 weeks. I'm kind of like, what's going on? So just bear with me. I just need one more palette that I used for my makeup the other day because it has a silver in it and I don't know where it is. So I'm sorry for being ill prepared right now. Shit. So anyway, what's that? Okay. Always when you start doing something, when people are like texting you and messaging you, and they're like, ah, it fell on the bottom. I think that like this silver glitter would be fun. Alright, so we're going to start. I'm going to have to do my brows first. I did not have time to do like anything before I came on here because I had work and had to pick up my son from practice, so I think I got out like an hour or so before I had to pick him up from practice. That's how it works. Alright, so I'm just gonna do my normal, I was thinking about actually doing a lighter foundation, but every time I do a lighter foundation, I look like a freaking ghost. So I'm like, no, I think we're gonna not do that. So let's go in. I don't know if anybody saw my posts about the makeup looks, but this is the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. I bought this like a couple weeks ago. I think I need a lighter color, but I'm just going to do this. But anyway, I looked at my analytics for my channel, and for the past couple weeks, I've noticed that the searches to get to me is like drag makeup, or I saw another term too, that, oh, transformista. I was like, what the heck is that? And pretty much drag makeup, and I was like, okay. I am not mad about it, but then I looked up the other day, yesterday I think, and it was like boy in makeup, and I'm like, do I look like a boy? I mean, that's why I can't have short hair, because I literally like look just like my brother with short hair. We always told people when we were younger that we were twins, but born like 2 years apart, because we look so similar. I think it's definitely a genetic thing though, because my kids look a lot alike, and for now they also sound alike. If I talk to one of them on the phone, I'm like, wait, I don't know which one of you this is. Alright, I'm gonna try not to go too crazy with the brows. Make it quick so I can get into the look. I hope everybody's doing good. Holiday season is treating you well. Like I said, I was sick for 2 weeks. I'm still kind of like I'm not like the greatest. But I'm getting better. it was basically just like a bad sinus infection. Like, usually when I get one, I will go to urgent care and get an antibiotic, and then like the next day it's pretty much gone. But this time, like, it kicked my ass. I was like, what the hell? So, I don't know. Could be a combination of things why it was the way it was. But I'm alive. And that is all that matters. I mean, I tried my best to not even get an antibiotic just because I don't like getting them. I know that it's not good to take them, but it's literally, I think the last time I had one was probably like 3 years ago. So, I mean, it's not like every time I get sick I need one. I just know, like, I think that's a big problem now, too, where, I mean, I'll probably get a lot of hell for things that I'm going to say about it, but anyway, who cares? I think having like universal health care and stuff is a good thing in the grand scheme of things, absolutely. But I also feel like having a reliance on always going to the doctor, like, I don't know, is it me, like, is there just more people on the planet that like need to go to the doctor, or like what's the deal? Because like when I was a kid, there weren't all of these like urgent care places. There's like literally like 15 different urgent care places like in a 5-mile radius by my house. Like, okay, I don't understand, like, why do we need that many? But I also think people going to the doctor for every little thing, like, I waited quite a few days, and the only reason why I went was because I had, like, I knew it was an infection. I'm not going to get into, like, the gross details, but, like, you could tell. But I think a lot of people don't actually, like, know their bodies or feel what's actually wrong and just kind of like figure it out. It's kind of like, oh, I feel gross, so I'm just gonna go to the doctor. It's like, the doctor doesn't always have to tell you like what the hell's wrong with you. You're just like, no, oh, you know, I'm infected. I don't know. I think it's a reliance on something that's not very necessary. Although, like, when I was a child, we didn't have insurance, and it was like, you're going to end up going to the doctor for something, it was a feat. So, even if we, like, hurt ourselves when we were younger, it was like, I was thinking about it the other day, like, wrap it up in some, we always had, like gauze and tape and stuff like that in our house, so my brother and I would always just, like, fix ourselves up, unless it wouldn't stop bleeding, then, you know, you needed stitches, but I don't know. And I kind of pretty much like run with the same thing with my kids. Like, somebody gets hurt, I'm like, I'm not going to the fucking hospital, dude, so I don't know, like, you might bleed out, and that's it. Like, the only time I've ever really taken them is like if they needed stitches, and I knew they needed stitches. So yeah, that's my feelings. But as far as the you know, the big old scary superbug, I'm not going to talk about that at all because everybody has too many different opinions, but from what I have said, I think you'll get the gist of it. Okay, I need a brown for my brows. I think I'm going to use this maybe on my brows too, this fun glitter. I was watching this reel on Instagram, and this one lady was doing these like green brows. It was like a Grinchy, like she did all this green look, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, it turned out really nice. It looked nice, but what she was saying in the comments was just so funny. I can't find the brown that I want. Again, sorry that I'm out. I'm just going to steal this guy here and just see how that works. But, yeah, people who make hilarious comments while they're doing stuff is, like, so fun. I mean, I enjoy being serious, of course, but I enjoy not being serious more. And making people laugh, too, is, like, the best thing ever. I've always been, well, when I was younger, no. I was just like, oh my god, if people are laughing at me, they're laughing at me, and, like, that's terrible, because it was always a bad thing that people were laughing at you. They're all gonna laugh at you, you know? But, like, once you kind of grow into it, and you can laugh at your own expense before somebody else laughs at you, you own it. And nobody can take that away from you. So, yeah. Just a little tidbit there. I told those children downstairs to be quiet. It's not working. One person that I know, she's like, how do you do these videos with kids? And I was like, did you ever watch my videos and, like, see me mute myself and scream at them? That doesn't look too bad. You know, it's funny because sometimes I'll spend, oh my god, like, one time I spent like 40 minutes doing my brows, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? They look terrible. And sometimes I just like whap them on, and then they're okay. I'll clean it up afterwards. We're going with, like, whatever the hell happens today. More so than usual. Because usually, that's how it is. Alright, going in with my standard P. Louise base, number 1. Yeah, Rumor 01. I need to get so many more, like, new things. Palettes, bases, like, not a ton. Like, I don't know. I mean, do I see people's collections and I'm like, oh my god, like, look at all that cool stuff. But to be honest, like, when do you get to use it? I just want certain things to kind of just, like, amp up what I got, but I'm one that waits for my CVS extra care bucks, because I think it's like you pay $5 a month, and you get $10 a month to spend there. So I'm like, ooh, what day is it that my free CVS bucks come? So I can get something cool. There hasn't really been much cool stuff lately, though. Disappointed in a lot of the Christmas things, and it's just kind of like meh. Alright, I have a brush that I used the other day. Here it is. I'm just going to use this brush to kind of go on. I didn't see anybody's comments yet. If you did comment and I didn't see it, I'm sorry. You know what? I also wish that when you did comment live, that it showed up under, like, the actual comments. But I do like when people comment, so then we can, like, talk about different stuff. I don't really, the only thing I had to talk about myself was being sick. Cooking Thanksgiving, not feeling well, was kind of shitty, but yeah, it happens. And I don't do, like, a lot. Like, I don't go crazy for Thanksgiving. And my son helps me with the turkey, which is super cool. He told me, he's 8, and a little while ago he was like, I want to learn how to cook. And I was like, dude, that is awesome. Like, being a guy and being able to cook, And not even like a freaking chef or anything, you know, but like more than, I don't know, a fucking can of soup or some shit. It's nice. I think it'd be nice to be like with your significant other and just like cooking some shit up. All right. So for the blue, I'm gonna do this one first because I think out of all of them, it's the lightest but the closest to the cool that I want. Hold on. I think I'm really red now from yelling. Sorry. Okay, let's calm down. It just gets out of hand sometimes. And I'm like, guys, I tell you, don't freaking be yelling anything. Be quiet. But you know, if you have kids, what happens? You tell them not to do something, and then they go nuts. Next time, I'm just going to be like, guess what? I want you to be as loud as possible when I go on a live, because that's absolutely what I want. You get silence. I almost forgot about my new brushes. So, I went to Big Lots today, and I saw these, and they were the very last ones that they had, and I was like, $5 for 5 brushes? Okay. I don't know how to open them without, like, oh, I don't want to bust a nail. And the girl at the register said they're pretty awesome, so we shall see. I thought they were cute, though. Let me get them out of the package. So, see, they got that, like, they remind me of those, like, cool pens you used to get at the book fair when you were kids. Like, the glitter. And they don't move. I do have one, though, that I got at CVS. Yo, look. They're always my favorite. But these were pretty cool. So, I'm going to use this fluffy one. It doesn't feel too bad. It feels decent. And I'm going to go in. This is the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette. And I'm going to use Brain Freeze. So, let's go in. I think that's a good idea. It really is like, I want to say he had come out with a, this makes this color poof around a lot. It's the only thing. The brush is okay. See how it like blasted it into the corner of my eye there? My other brushes don't do that. This one like really flew it on there. But anyway, I don't know if it was a mini Jawbreaker or there was something else that was more of like, it had like a bomb pop type theme, and that one was fun. I don't know if they still make them. That'd be cool, a cool one to have. But that's what this one, this blue reminds me of, like that bomb pop type blue. It looks pretty. I think the Jawbreaker color is pretty nice too, so we're going to use that too. I'll clean that up. I'm just going to go with it. If it's like shot there, then that's what we're going to do. I love Christmas time, but you know what? I also hate remembering like certain things, or like stores you used to go to, or even like grandparents' houses. Like, what if your grandparents aren't around anymore? You know, mine on my dad's side, they're not around anymore. And to be honest, the house that they lived in when I was a kid is like torn down too. So it's like, it sucks because it's fun because you're like, oh, I miss memories and stuff like that. But then on the same hand, you're also like, it's sad, you know? Oh, okay, I gotta not talk about sad stuff because I'm like, I'm doing my makeup, I'm gonna cry. But yeah. Anyone go for like Christmas lights? I know locally we have a couple of places that we can go to. I always like plan on it and then the weekends come and then they're gone, you know? So it's really hard. And I'm also not a type of person to like schedule things. Like, I don't like scheduling things. I think that's good. Let me get a sip of my drink here. If anybody's wondering, I got some cheapo mandavi tonight. That is what I got this evening. I do like, my favorite one is, well, I did have a carnivore Cabernet that's like bourbon barrel aged. That one was awesome, but the Mandavi bourbon barrel one is really good too. But then when I had the carnivore, I was like, what? But we don't have it in Pennsylvania, so it sucks. Okay, I'm gonna do, I actually think this might be enough blue. Like, I don't want to do too much blue. So I'm gonna go in with the Jawbreaker, but I'm just gonna take like a random brush and dust it off because I got some red on it from Halloween and I don't want to pick that up. This is like, okay, see, now you can see it's a little yellowy, but it's a really nice like white-ish. So I think that'll look cool on my lid. Let's go with a little one of these guys. I'm just gonna pack it on there. Oh yeah. It's got like, it's not white, it's more of like a vanilla. So I think maybe the white would work, but you never know, it depends on the thing. If it works out like that, it looks too icky, then I'll just do something else. I don't think it looks too bad, but it looks like fucking yellow, dude. That one can go. Alright, let's get a different shimmer in. I'm gonna do, I think that one will go. I think that'll work. And let's do a skinnier brush. I'm gonna go in with this little guy. And I'm gonna put the shimmer color in the crease. It looks like it actually shows up like very similar to the other blue, so I'm going to put a little bit more on. Ooh, you know what? And when I put the title for Snow Queen up, I think that adds a little bit of something different, which is nice. You know what I was thinking? Remember? Oh my god, what is her name? in Candyland. Was it like Queen Frostine or something? I remember she had like all the blue. I just literally covered up all that like light blue that I did. Oh, but you could still see the top, so it's okay. I always thought that she was like so fun in Candyland. I was like, I wanted to like visit her castle. I wasn't one for like cold ever, but on the same hand, she seemed like she'd be like cool to hang out with. And I was like, and she had like a pretty dress and just this pretty hair. Cool. I'm going to use one of my new brushes. And I'm just going to brush out the top. My daughter was so upset before because apparently Netflix tells you now what when shows are gonna like end and stuff. And let me tell you, when it first came out, I don't even know if she was born. I don't remember. The Lorax was like one of my favorite, like it's my favorite Dr. Seuss book in the whole world before the movie even came out. Like I was in like 6th grade and I would take that book out at the library. But God, over the past like 3-4 weeks, it's constantly on all the time. It's just like, it's gonna be on Netflix. Oh no, I'm like, oh no. I'm kind of glad that it's on. Alright, let's see. This needs to go up here a little bit. I definitely need more like glitter. For sure. The only thing I always hated is like, it doesn't look great on camera. I need to get one of those lenses like that you put on your phone. I am not happy with that that lid color. So I'm going to go in with this white and hopefully it cancels out the yellow. And I told myself in the beginning, I was like, it's going to look like shit. Well, it canceled out a little bit of the yellow, so it's not so bad. Okay. I think this whole book here is going to need lashes. I think just because of the fact that I don't have a bunch of different colored blues to really do what I wanted to do. I think just having this, doing a little bit of a drag down, kind of like if you ever saw my like 70s look around the outside, and then popping on some fake lashes, and maybe doing some glitter in. I literally feel like Deb on Napoleon Dynamite right now, like the way I was talking. But yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna go. So let me get this Maybelline color again. I don't even know how long I had this, and it's just called Vanilla, but I could not find a shimmery plain white for the life of me. And then finally I found one like a couple years ago. It's a little chalky now because it's, I mean, God, I probably had this for like 3 years. Don't use old makeup, kids. No, in all honesty, unless you start getting like some sort of weird reaction or it smells bad or something, generally you're pretty okay as long as you take care of your stuff, you know. So most of the time it'll be okay. I mean, well, it's a different product, but like I've had nail polishes for like over 10 years. So, I mean, that's what you do. If you don't have money to just buy new stuff, you just make sure that you take care of what you have. And trying to get things for cheap if we got it. I'm just trying to clean up this blue. Blue is like one of the most pain in the ass colors to cover up with like concealer or something. And I think as far as the lashes go, I'm going to do these ones. They're big, but they're not like crazy big. So I think it'll work. Alright, so I think that part's done. Let's go into... Listen, nothing really like nuts today with that. Where is my concealer? I know I want to use that. I am so sorry for being out of sorts, guys. Got it. That's why I didn't do videos when I was sick. Like, I still did my makeup, but I'm like, I can't talk and do things at the same time. I can hardly do it now. But you're not going to get anywhere if you don't do anything, so... Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be the best. As long as you try. And this matters just in life in general. As long as you try, that is what counts. Just gonna cover this here. Oh, and then, how about yesterday? I was at work and I waxed in my nose and I ripped some skin off. And then today I did my upper lip and I go up here and I rip some skin off there too. So, I don't do that to my clients. Just so you know. Don't think like I'm waxing people and ripping their skin off, because I'm not. I'm definitely more gentle with other people than myself, but with myself I'm just like, oh yeah. And then I'll just like rip a chunk of skin off. It's okay, it grows back. The wonder of the human body, right? Alright, where's my... Does anybody go to any Christmas parties anymore? Well, for my job, we're doing like an open house in the salon, which is going to be fun because we did not have one last year for obvious reasons. But, I do also remember working, you know, a corporate job and having Christmas parties. And actually, they used to be like banging Christmas parties. And then like, actually this wasn't a Christmas party, but because it was like an outside of work function, it ruined the Christmas parties. But I'll never forget, it was like an award ceremony. I worked in customer service, right? So there was this guy, well, he's probably in his 20s, and nobody's here to hear my story, so anyway, if you don't hear it live, then you don't hear it live, but anyway, he was like hitting on one of like the VPs or something at this awards party, and he got like super bombed, and one of the supervisors took him home, and he's like, yeah, take me to, you know, my apartment, blah blah blah. So the supervisor's like, okay, you know, takes him. So this kid goes to go in this apartment, and he's knocking on the door, and he's trying to get in, and he's like, I don't have my key, or my key's not working, whatever. And the supervisor's like, I don't know, dude. Well, all of a sudden, the guy that lives there, like, opens the door, and this kid is, like, trying to beat his way into the apartment because he insists that he lives there. But he was so drunk that he actually had the supervisor take him to his old apartment that he doesn't live in anymore. And the dude that like lived there then like beat the shit out of him because he kept trying to get in the house. And since then, they had scaled down the parties and they weren't as cool as they were. So, thank you. Well, it doesn't matter now, but I have a feeling that's the reason why a lot of like office parties and stuff like that got scaled down, is just because like there were so many people that just went nuts and just got a little too comfortable. But I remember the one year, well, they actually stopped the office parties, but one of the last ones that I went to, it was so fun because there was a bunch of us that just went on, and we were, gosh, mid-20s. So we all had gone in, and I'm going to take this silver. I saw this in the drawer. But we all gone in and just decided, hey, we're going to do like our own Christmas party with like just a bunch of us that hang out. Oh my God, this looks so good. I think I'm going to just go over the whole thing. So anyway, one of the fancier places around here, we reserved the room, we got a DJ, they had like, a menu for us. But yeah, like we did our own Christmas party, and it was really fun. It was a fun time. We all got dressed up, and yeah, I mean, so, I think like people should just do that more often. Or I don't know, is it like, I know for me, 99% of my friends just have kids and businesses, and so it's really hard to get everybody together like all at the same time. But this is like falling apart on my eye. What the hell? I will say that's probably one of the things I miss the most about pre-children for everyone. Yeah, just being able to get together with a bunch of people at once and not, everybody's like, oh, go to bed at 10 p.m., blah, blah, blah. Like, suck it the fuck up for a night, Like, maybe you wouldn't bitch about your life being so fucking boring if you weren't boring. I don't know. You can suck it up. If you could suck it up and watch, what the hell? I don't know. If you could watch a 4-hour fucking movie, you can go out for a couple hours and, like, hang out with your friends. And, like, so what if you don't drink a lot? Who cares? You know why your life's boring? Because you're fucking boring. Like, that's just it. That is just how it goes. I mean, hey, and I also, before anybody calls me out and says, guess what Nay said? Nay said our life's boring because we're boring, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm tired and I work all the time and this and that. Yeah, well, I take care of my kids when I'm not working at nighttime, when they're psychos and they get home from school. I also don't like to sleep. I mean, I do like to sleep, but it's hard for me to sleep at night. I do work. I wish I could work more. But I also have 2 autoimmune diseases. And if you're completely healthy, you don't have a fucking excuse. And that's just it. And for me, for years, what I did, and am I proud of it? No. But I just felt like everything was over. My life was over. This is the hand that I'm dealt. This is where I'm at. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just going to fucking sit here and do nothing. And I get it. And I decided, no, I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not, like, 90 years old right now. Do I feel like I'm 90 sometimes? Fuck yeah, I feel like I'm 90 sometimes. But on the same hand, I'm not. So, like tonight, I was very tired. I was just like, man, I don't know if I could do this live. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just get some wine. And wine will like pep me up a little bit. So I need to get through it. I need to do it. And if you want it, I got a movie in my head. Somebody saying, if you want it, you got to do it. And you got to go for it. And you got to get it. If you don't, then it's your fault, you know? Don't blame somebody else. Don't blame your kids either. Here's kids. I got these guys like screaming down here, and I'm doing my thing. That's it. You just gotta work around things. That's just how it is, you know? I'm sick of people saying, that's how it is. You're a mom. You gotta suck it up, and, you know, you get nothing. You're a mom. You gotta do this. You gotta do that. No, I don't. I don't. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And I will also make sure that they're comfortable. Because I grew up in a life that people were complete and utter assholes. And I won't be that way. Absolutely not. But I also am not going to sacrifice every fucking single part of myself. So then when I'm like, you know, 60 years old, I can wake up and have this revelation and then be like, oh fuck, I'm gonna like, I could die tomorrow and I didn't do anything with my life. Yeah, no thanks. So, that's how that is. I had a very dark blue, and in my little tangent, I lost it. So, I did pick out this one. This is a really pretty one, and I was so excited for this palette when it came out, and I really didn't use it a lot. I think maybe at some point, maybe I should watch the movie and then go through it, but this one was a favorite, Metamorphosis. I'm going to use one of my new brushes. It's just a little, like, angled guy. Yeah, sorry for going on a rant. You know what sucked about being sick, too, was, like, my thinking. Oh, that looks really pretty. Like, my thinking, because I, like, everything I had was right here. I mean, I also had fever, blah, 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 all that stuff. But my thinking was, like, stunted. So, feeling happy about something, like, I would watch something cute, or I would see something that, like, normally I would be completely elated. And it was like I had no emotion. Like, no emotion at all. Like, I was, like, on, like, what is that? Like, beta blockers or something. So fucking weird. I was just like, I just want to be happy. And it wasn't that I was, like, sad. I wasn't sad either. I mean, there were times, you know, when you get, like, a fever so bad and the chills, and you just feel like shit, and you're just, like, laying there alone, and you're just like, at that point you're laying there and you're just like, dude, like, if I fucking die now, I die. You're just like, I'm done. Like, fucking, if you're gonna take me now, because I'm just like, I'm okay with it. If I die right now, I'm okay with it. And I think for a lot of people who are afraid of death, like, I will say, man, I'm really just laying it all out there today, aren't I? That's okay. I don't have anybody giving me any commentary, so I'm just rolling with myself. So, but yeah, terrified of death, not a fan. But I think if you're in extreme pain or anything, yeah, you just kind of beg for it. And then you like come to peace with it, which is cool. I just always thought, like, I would never be in that situation. It's going to be like some sort of horrible fucking situation that I'm in. And I'm going to be like, whoa. So I don't know. I wonder, I mean, that's one thing that, like, we don't know or that nobody tells you. Well, who's going to tell you? What dead person is going to come back and be like, guess what? Do you know what the best way to die is? Speaking of that, I saw a friend of mine posted on Twitter, and I didn't really get, because it was late last night, I didn't get to, like, really read it, but, where is it that they, like, legalized the self-suicide, or what is that called? Assisted suicide. Is Dr. Kevorkian still alive? Because I bet if I was him, I'd be fucking pissed right now. I don't think he's still alive, because he was, like, in his, like, 70s back in the day when he was, like, doing his thing. But I will tell you, if I were him, I would be pissed right now. Because he, like, helped people. Like, I don't know. Listen, if you're just like, yo, I want out, that's it. I know. Like, how do you tell somebody? How do you tell somebody how they feel? It's preposterous. I mean, would I want, like, one of my children to be that way? No. But on the same hand, how do you go out and say, you are not allowed to feel that way, you must suffer, blah, blah, blah. You gotta just, how? I'm going to drop too much stuff today, so I'm going to keep my mouth shut on the rest of it. I always do that, though. I'm going to go in with this Flower Beauty Liquid Gel Blendable. It's like a dark charcoal gray. See, I don't know. I can't hold things back. I can't be like, ooh, I'm going to just say whatever. Like, I'll be having some wine. I'll make some videos. I post no, not every video. I will say that I do look them over briefly. I don't, like, go crazy and making sure that everything's perfect, because nothing's perfect. But I think I give up too much sometimes. But I don't know. If I want to talk about something, I want to talk about something, and I'm going to, like, do it. And that's just it. I think what I have to say can be built upon and more extensively talked about at any length at any time. So, you know, it's like a friend of mine on Twitter was saying something about, talking about being serious about things and stuff, and I'm like, especially in text, I'm not gonna go off. A, I don't come across right in text. B, most people talk out of their fucking ass in text. And C, who the fuck has time to, like, read that shit? I think it's so much better to, like, sit there with someone and have a conversation. Listen, even if you got into, like, a screaming match, I would honestly, getting into a screaming match with somebody over something that you're passionate about, face to face, in person, is so much fucking better. So much better than being like, oh man, I own this person on Twitter, and then blocking them. I mean, for real. Like, get into heated arguments in person. But anybody who is online getting into heated arguments will never do it in person. Why? Because you can look things up when you're online. You can look things up and then 5 minutes later respond after you looked up the response that you want to say. Whereas in person, you rely on your mind. That's just how it goes. So I prefer an in-person conflict, because I want to see what you got. My eyes burn. These are just regular Dollar General eye drops because I usually use the Lumify ones because what happens is a lot of times I have dry eye the way it is. So I talked to my eye doctor and I was like, listen, when I do my makeup, my eyes get really dry. And he was like, well, you have dry eye anyway. So he told me to get the Lumify drops and they work amazing. But now, so I don't know. I think that looks pretty darn good. So, I want to, let's go in. I didn't do my forehead because I usually wait to do the forehead until after I'm done doing like the under eye and stuff. Just because I am an expressive person. So, I do, and my lines show up on my forehead more because no matter how much water I drink in the winter, it just like sucks the life out of your skin. So I try to not put anything on there. Okay. Until after. That's good. We're going to do that. We're going to set it with the Jeffree Star Luminous setting powder. This is a Westmore Beauty brush. I gotta see if they still give these with the blush. The blushes that I love the most are theirs, and I think they only have one color now. And I wish, Mackenzie, please make all 3 colors. I tagged them in like all my posts on Instagram. Alright, so I set that just because of the lighting and stuff. Afterwards, let's go in and I'm just going to do like a quick contour. Let's do this. My nose is so weird, and I wish I could like contour it like, you know what, a lot of these girls that do this contour on their nose, they have that like actual like pointy nose already. Like, do you see this Italian nose that I have going on here? My mother has it. My grandfather has it. All my aunts. We all have it. Couple cousins. But it's not symmetrical, and it's a little like, But, you know. I think my son has it. I think my daughter has more of her dad's nose. But, yeah. Not bad. See, I'm not even like that picky about it. I'm just like, yep, it looks a little bit different than normal. I'm not gonna sit there like I don't have time for that shit. And I think that, you know, I try to get likes. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, I try to get likes. I just post stuff. But, yeah. And when I say get likes as far as anything, like Instagram, whatever, if I'm doing anything, it's not like a self-worth thing. And no matter what I do, I keep trying to keep it up here, but I always got that whole like thing going here. But anyway, no, it's, especially if it's my makeup work, it's just a reflection of like people who like my work, you know? Like, how many people like Target just because they like shopping there? How many people like you know, a particular painting just because they like that painting. Like, that's... And I know now, there's I mean, there's billions of girls out there, you know, doing their makeup and everything. And God, if I had, like, if, I always felt like I was like so much, I don't know, I was just born in the wrong time, I guess. Born like 10 years too fucking early at this point. But before that, before all the, you know, internet stuff and whatever, I always felt that I was born too late. So it all depends, I guess. And I hate that this happens too. Do you know I never really got red there until I got sun poisoning when I was like 14 at band camp? And then ever since then, if I get excited, alcohol brings it out. Then I just like, so I'll cover it up for pictures sometimes, but if you ever see me like red and splotchy, it just happens. Okay, so I think the eyelids look pretty good. That looks pretty good. Ooh, the blush. So I was talking about the Westmore Beauty blush. I've never really used the cream side on my lives. So I am going to today. I wanted the bright pink, or like the pinky pink, but I can't find it. This one I do know, this color in nude mauve is the one that they have right now. So I will use this one. So what's cool about this blush is you have two products in one. There is a cream, which you can use alone, and then there's a powder. It is made to, and there's a cute little mirror in the blush. It's made to use the cream and then the powder over the cream to set it. All of these colors, which, like I said, this is the one that they have right now, they have a highlight in them, but it's like a really nice highlight that's like a glow from within that just like kind of finds the angles of your face. And Westmore is actually like an old Hollywood makeup family. So I'm going to go in with the cream, which I never really use, but we're going to do it. This is like actually not the exact same color as the powder. It is more of a mauve. The powder itself has a little bit of a pink color. So because I'm doing like a Snow Queen type look, I'm trying to keep the blush just on my cheeks. Pretty much like if you've seen the photos that I did, and then I'm just going to bring like the tiniest bit up here. I did like a kind of like an elf type, like a candy elf type thing. So I'm just kind of just pressing it in lightly, just kind of going on. That's what they did give you the brush, so it came with the brush. You can use this for the cream side and then this for the powder. I do like fingers for the cream, only because I like using the warmth of the fingers to kind of get it in. Okay, and then I wasn't happy with how this turned out. I'm just trying to keep my contour from dragging down, which, I mean, I like it sometimes, and it makes you look like you have a thinner face, but what if I wanted to look like I had a fat face? I mean, come on. I wanted like the cherub type look. I've noticed since I lost a lot of weight though, my face looks different, and it's weird to me just because I had a chubbier face for, gosh, so many years. So it's weird to me to actually see like my muscle structure in my face. So I'm always like, oh my god, I look like I'm getting old. And people are like, what are you talking about? I guess it's not that. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm going to go in and use this side. I like doing the contour first, and then blush, and then highlight. Sometimes I do like to do highlight and then blush. It depends. And I know it looks like really dark right now. But then, once it settles into the skin, I go in and I blend up here. And blend down here. And also, once I take photos, like, and that's the thing too, where if I will do, I think I found that pink in my drawer. That's the pink. Anyway, I'll do makeup for young girls for like prom or semi, and then they're like, oh my god, that's so much blush, or oh, that makeup is so dark. I have to plug my phone in. Here, it looks like it's a lot, but then once you go and do a photo, it washes out a lot, even with lighting. So that's why a lot of girls go and do a lot of, but if I'm gonna go out at night, I mean, I'll do a lot, but I do like mid-grade where it looks good in person, but it'll also look good in pictures. Alright. We're over an hour. I'm just blabbing away, so thanks for hanging around, having me blab. Let's see. But you can't see it. The L'Oreal True Match Lumi Shimmery Stud. This stuff, I've used it before. It is crazy, like, I don't know. Alright, I'm going to just dip this brush in. I'm going to tap it. This is a highlighter that's like $15 at CVS. Like, I'll blend it in a little bit. It's good. And you get like a boatload. Like, I've had this over a year. I don't use it all the time, but even still, like, there's no way. There's no way you're going to use that much. There's no way. It's amazing. I think I'll probably have it forever. But if you are into like a crazy highlighter that shows up like white, like this stuff, I wonder if they have like a gold. Oh my god, I put a little too much on that side. See, I literally just went in like a little bit heavier, and then it was just like bam. It's pigmented. Alright, well, we're going for like Snow Queen, right? So bring the frost, bitches. Yeah, this is the shit. You don't have to spend a lot of money for a super bright white highlighter. I am telling you, this is the one. I don't use it that much because it's frosty. It's super frosty. So in the summer it didn't go very well with a lot of things, but I still liked it because I was like, oh, the brightness it brings is like awesome. So I think if I could find this in the same vanilla type tone that I used, that was the Jawbreaker shade for the Jeffree Star, I think that would do it. I will say though too, I know a lot of people had gotten into the like mineral cosmetics years ago, and look, I didn't blend that. They're really pigmented. If you can get to know how to like use them, they work and they're good. They're just a little too dusty for me, so it's hard for me to do what I want to do. I think for me, having like a pressed powder works a bit better. So it's all, you know, in what you're actually comfortable with doing. And then when you do it on your forehead, like this, if you do too much on your forehead, crazy. I did enough today. Yay. The girl at Big Lots said they had a certain brush there that was cool. I'm going to use my little cute fan brush. I'm going to just dip it in. See, this is the thing, like, watch. I'm just like, I'm going to dip it in. And then it's too much. Alright, that little fan. Like, see? It's like one of those, when people spend $50 on a highlighter and they're like, this is insane. Yeah, this is like $15. $15. I mean, come on. I guess we're going a little theatrical today anyway, so I'm gonna like bang it out. It's really fun to do this right here. I'm not gonna lie. It's like an ASMR type of thing when you're like, I'm just gonna like brushes on my face. Yeah, let's go for the crazy. Why not? We're doing a Snow Queen, right? My eyes look so red. I'm sorry, guys. I think it looks fun. Let's just do a teeny bit more. I would do here, but I'm red, so I know. I hate when you get like a hair on your face and you're itchy. Okay. Pour some wine. Alright, I'm gonna do, look at, I got like a big old wine bottle in the way. Anyway, I think I'm gonna do the lashes next. And then, after I do the lashes, I'm gonna try the glitter on the brows. Because we want to make it look like frosty type stuff, you know? I did not use that silver that I wanted to use. I'll keep it on the side just because I was thinking of maybe bringing it this way, like in, but I'll see. I also have this fun glitter eyeliner. But, yeah. Alright, let's roll with the lashes and see. Ooh, I thought I had bigger ones. Oof. Alright, I think I'm going to change it. I wanted... they might be too big. Okay. No, let's go in. Back with the ones that I said I was going to do. I don't think the last time that I did these, I used the glue that came with them. And this little... I got these at Target for like $15, by the way. I did trim some off, so... This little thing sucked. It didn't work at all. To have it to do like a straight on type of thing wasn't good. I used to have one that was like an angled one, which was fun, but to be honest, just using my fingers and tweezers here and there seems to help the best. So, where are my tweezers? I have had these tweezers for a very long time. And I mentioned it in a video before. If you watch my videos consistently, you'll probably see that I do mention the same things over and over again. And until people call me out on it, then I'm going to just keep saying it. So, I don't even know if they still sell the Avon mark. Some of their stuff, and I remember when it first came out, it was like a younger, like, reach out for younger girls part of Avon. They had some cute clothes. The makeup was cute. Some of it was like meh, but I gotta look it up and see if they still have them. They had these things like you can mix and match. So you can do, there was a connector in the middle, and you can do like a mascara on one end, a lipstick on the other end, or like a lipstick and a lip gloss, or whatever, and you can keep mixing them up. And then they had these tweezers, and then you can just, like, you put them in here, you put the little thing on the end, and then you connect it to the other end of it. So I would always have these and a mascara, because like when you're going out at night, like if you have, you know, a brow hair, a lip hair, whatever, they're not getting lost. You could throw it in your purse, and then you have the mascara, so you could touch up your mascara on the other end, and boom. Like it was a really good idea. So I gotta see if they still have it going on, because that's definitely something I will totally get behind, because for quite a long amount of years, it was something that like worked for me. And then I just keep these in my drawer. They're not, I will say they are not good for if you want to do like a whole brow tweeze. They're not. Spotting, like a spot thing type stuff, yeah. But it's handy. And handy things that last, I'm all for it. Okay, so I got the lashes here. I should probably get my little mirror. I forget who said it looked like. They're like, what the fuck? You just pulled out like a Sailor Moon prop. So I'm going to take my mirror, and I'm going to... The best thing is to look down into a mirror, and I actually figured this out a very, very long time ago on my own, before YouTube or Instagram or magazines had told me. I'm the type of person that, like, figures a lot of shit out on my own, but I don't tell anybody about it. Right, I got a little bit in here. The inner corner is always a pain in the ass to me. I don't know, like, I just always felt like I like keeping secrets to myself. I'm the friend that, like, you know, 30 years after something happened, I'm not going to be telling nobody. And that's just how it goes. The inner corner is so bad because you gotta get, like, real close to your eye. So for a very long time, I would just do like a half lash strip, but I like how it looks. This is why I don't do lashes on live, because now they're popping out. The one thing that I hate is I can't feel it. Like when I'm doing my hair or I'm doing certain things, like you could feel it, but this is like a spot on your eye. You just don't like your nerves don't feel anything. So I can't feel if it's stuck. If I could feel it, then I would know. These lashes feel really pretty though, I will say that. Like the texture of them is very plush. It won't stick, guys. Just like, maybe it's the glue that came with them. I'm gonna pull out this other glue. I like this glue. What is this one? The Quick Set Strip Lash Adhesive, the Duo one. So let's try this one. I tried the glue that came with it, and I don't know. This one I like. It's just that inner corner, and I've had like photos that I've taken when I've put lashes on, and then the freaking lash is like hanging off. And people are like, nobody can see it. I'm like, I can fucking see it. I use fucking super glue, man. Oh shit. Oh. There is one of my videos on here that I put giant lashes on. I can't remember which one it was. And I took scissors right to my eye and cut it off, and I cut that part out, and I posted it, and people were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I don't fuck around, dude. Like, ugh, now the inside of it got all fucked up. Horrid. Alright, it was horrid, but it looks decent enough, so that's what we're gonna go with. Like I said, this is why I don't do these. I should probably try to do them more often, but like, okay, I'm the type of person who I'm like, ew, I have an extra 20 minutes before work. I'm gonna do my makeup really nice, and then I end up 15 minutes late for work like a friggin' psycho. I'm going to use the this lash adhesive on the other side. And nobody's saying like, oh, just because you've been drinking some wine, that's why it's messed up. I told you I was tired before I drank the wine, so. It's fine. Ooh. Speaking of that, and then like doing makeup, did anybody ever see that chick that like does edibles and then does her makeup? She's so funny. I've seen like a couple of her videos, but I get distracted, so I don't like religiously watch people. I used to. There are quite a few people that I used to religiously watch on YouTube, and then I just stopped. There was this one girl who was super cute, and I cannot remember what her name is now, and I may have unsubscribed because it was like 4 years since she didn't post anything, but she was so good. And then I read something, like somebody in the comments said like her family was in a hurricane or something, and I'm like, dude, like, does anybody know what happened to her? Like, I hope she didn't die or something. It would be terrible. But she was so cute. She did like really cute videos. a really, really nice personality too. Like, there was somebody that I had, and I think I'm still subscribed to them, but I get it that, like, sometimes, like, getting famous does go to your head, you know? But yeah, I don't like it when you're like a mean girl. I mean, can I be mean? Absolutely. But to be honest, if I'm mean, it's because I'm right. I don't care. I don't care if that sounds mean, but I have been, you know, on the other end. I've been on the receiving end of things, and the only reason I'm mean is because I care. So I don't ever come at you because I want to be above you. Ever. No matter what. Like, even if I'm being mean, it's like out of love. It's just I don't know, I don't like German and Italian blood, man. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? What type of nationality is, like, a totally, like, giving Swiss? I mean, everybody's like, Switzerland. Like, is it the Swiss? Why does... Okay, wait. These are supposed to be the same lashes, and the one looks way bigger. I don't get it. They don't look the same. They look the same in there, but they don't look the same. Okay, anyway. Either way, I'm just going to roll with it. But do you know what I said? I was like, oh, I'm doing a Snow Queen look. Do you know what vibes I just got right now? You know, yeah, these look like two totally different lashes. They do. This is not cool. This is so not cool. Why? What is going on right now? And I know I took them off. I'm just going to put a shit ton of mascara on this one. Anyway, do you know what vibes I totally got right now? If you've ever played Zelda Twilight Princess, and there's that level where you get, and it's the, like, the snow people level, where it's the, like, abominable snow guy, and he's, like, trying to make his sick wife feel better. And you have, like, it's one of my favorite levels in the game, because you have all those, like, different things to go through, and everything's in ice, and, which generally, Mario, I fucking hate ice boards. Hate the ice boards in every fucking Mario game. Can't stand it. Even, I play Mario Kart on my phone, the mobile version, like, every night, and the ice levels, okay, they look better now that I put a little mascara on this one. Ice levels kill me. But in Twilight Princess, that is one of my favorite levels. I don't know, it's so cute too, because, oh god, it's been a couple years since I played it. But, yeah, like, I don't know, he's just, like, trying to save his wife, and then he's, like, making her soup, and they're just, like, in this frozen little area, and Link comes in and, like, helps him out. Like, it's so cute. Such a cute little spot. And the puzzles in that, that level are super fun. They're definitely ones that I remember, like, moving the ice blocks, and you're like, how the fuck am I going to figure this out? And then you get all pissed off, and then when you finally figure it out, like, yeah, dude, I got that. It's such a good game. I love that one. That one's I'm gonna turn my curling iron down. I will say a Link to the Past was my absolute favorite for the longest time, and it still is, as far as like classic ones go. But yeah, Twilight Princess. I did not play the Wii version of Twilight Princess though, because I didn't have a Wii. I kind of feel bad that I didn't, because I know the ending where you're fighting Ganon in the Wii version is a lot more extensive. But I mean, it was pretty extensive on the GameCube version too. That was one of the games like where man, I remember that battle scene where you had to like control not only yourself plus Zelda. Like that was something like that just wasn't done before. So it was really interesting, and just all the worlds and everything in that one are just, it's so beautiful. Like a lot of people say like Breath of the Wild is beautiful, which it is. I mean, which I want to play that too, but my son unfortunately lost the whole game. God only knows where it is. So I cannot play it until I buy a new one. But it was beautiful, but to appreciate Breath of the Wild, I think you have to play Twilight Princess first, because just the depth and everything. Yeah. So just went on a little Zelda tangent, sorry. I'm going to do the glitter brows because, again, we're doing like a fantasy type makeup here. Someone had mentioned that I should do a crossover between Halloween and Christmas. So I think next week, because it's going to be closer to Christmas, I should do that. I think I'm going to do like one of the big mouth type of things. Maybe I'll try to like incorporate like a Jack Skellington and like an elf type thing. I don't know. I see these things and I try to come up with an idea, and then the next week comes and I get inspired by certain things that I see, like just as artists should be, like Christmas lights and stuff like that. I'm taking the elf stuff I showed earlier, the glitter brow gel, just putting this in here. And yeah, I just get inspired by like shit that happens every day. And it's hard when you live somewhere that is small. You don't see a lot of things, but it's also, hey, these days, guess what? It's, ooh, that looks fucking awesome. Oh, yeah, so just so you know, cities are getting hard too. That looks so cute. I feel I shouldn't say anything. No. Like, I feel like I shouldn't say anything. But again, no, if I say something and you want to come at me somewhere else on one of the other platforms that I'm on, or I know you in real life, like, come at me, bro. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm going to talk about things, I don't want anybody to say anything to me. Like, no. I feel like the decimation of U.S. cities is not only a terrible thing for commerce, but also a terrible thing for art. Because the commerce brings the money and the art brings the culture, and they work together. So when you destroy the whole city, that's what happens. So yeah. That's my idea on big cities. Because I was going to be like, oh my god, you gotta go to the big city if you really want some sort of like art. And they're pushing people to go into middle America. Listen, I live in it. I've also wanted to go to a big city since I was a child, and I'm stuck in fucking basically middle America. But when you push people from the city to middle America, you're not going to make them assimilate. It doesn't happen that way. They say they want to assimilate. And I'm not saying, you know, like, people can't. It takes some time. It does. People used to city life are not used to small town life. So, but yeah. Alright, I think that looks cute. I need to do, I think that's, oh, I hope it shows up in pictures. I think the glitter brows look good. This freaking eyelash, though, is still pissing me off because it's not the way I want it to be. Anyway, okay, lips. I really feel like the frosty, like, early 2000s lips would go really good right now. I'm just going to use this, the lip plumper from Main Street Studio first. I want a very pink frosty lip and I don't have it. What am I gonna do? Alright, let me ponder. As I dig through like a giant lip bag of stuff that I own, and I'm like, I don't have anything that's gonna match. Okay, I'm gonna do this frosty lip, but I need it to be known that I wish it were more pink and not nude. Make sense? So I'm gonna use Jeffree Star Thirst Trap. It looks a little more pink on camera, so I'm gonna rub this in because my lips are dry. It's still a little too nude for me, but I want that like frosty, like pink, like I said, like 2005 type stuff. There's a Revlon color that was in like a little roll-up thing that, oh my God. If I can just create like products that I loved back in the day and bring them back, that's what I want to do. And I swear to God, everybody would love them. I am not being conceited in that aspect at all, because I just know things. Like, I just know the things that I like and that they can work. Like, I just know. Like, listen, sometimes I'm a nerd, sometimes I'm a drinker, sometimes I'm a stoner girl. Like, I'm like, I just know, man. With very, very light colors like these, unless you blank out your lip line, you have to put a lot on to cover up any like color, like natural color. I mean, that's if you're going outside your lip line, which I am, because I want to make it look like I have like lip injections, but yeah, no. I thought about it. If I could try it for like a month or two, I think it'd be okay with it. Just to see what it looks like. But it's scary. I've seen too many things about, getting stuff done and then it turns out scary. And I don't ever want my face to be disfigured. I've always wanted like an eyebrow ring, and that's why I never got one, because I'm like, I don't need a scar on my face. Or a nose ring. Either of them. I don't need a scar on my face. I think that's close enough to what I wanted, so that's cute. Yay. Okay. So, because I haven't done anything with my hair today, and I wanted to, but I didn't show you my nails. So, I did black with, it's like an iridescent blue, but it kind of gives like a peacock type of sheen over it. The blue on its own, I'm not a fan of. This part here, I'm not a fan of either. Because I gotta like slap it on, and then the sides are gross, and I just like pick the pieces off as I go. But anyway, the blue on its own, I'm not a fan of, because it looks cheap, like if it's by itself. But I was like, I'll do it over the black, and it's got that, kind of gives me like a Tron type vibe with the black and the dark blue. So I liked it. I thought it was good. Alright. So, because I have to take after pictures, if you use a curling one, like literally you don't have to like sit there for 15 minutes to like let it curl. Like that's what you got. It gets so hot. Like I literally just burned my finger. This doesn't even have a temperature gauge, so I'm gonna say it's probably about 450 degrees. Just by touch, because I know how hot like flat irons get and stuff, like professionally. I think I should put more. I got these at Big Lots. When I was at Big Lots today, I saw them and I was like, I think I have those. And I do. I like my little Christmas bow, but it's red and green, so it's not gonna like match. So I think that's cute. Okay, I hope I didn't forget anything. I did the contour, I did the lashes. This looks too curly, but whatever. Thank you for coming and hanging out after my hiatus. And, oh, you know what? I wanted to do this. I think doing a gloss after is going to be fun. I'm like, hopefully I didn't forget anything. These lips are total, like, Anna Nicole Smith, circa, like, 2005, right here. It worked. It worked. That's exactly what I was going for. And it worked. Anyway, yeah, still a little off from being sick, but I think the look overall worked out pretty good. Thank you for coming to hang out. Nobody really talked today, so I was kind of sad about that, but hey, if you're just going to be a watcher, it's cool. And I appreciate it. I appreciate the likes. I got 20 likes tonight. People popping in and out, and that's okay. I'm glad. I'm super glad. Okay. I got a little too tipsy now, so I gotta go. So thanks again for watching my tutorial. I will definitely be on next week, and I need to just get inspired, and I think it'll work out good. So have a good night. Love you all. Thank you.